click on it yet.
They got a crappy signal.
It says waiting for the game to start. Eston College, right? All right. Girlfriend you want me to mention or anything like that? Okay. We'll make somebody up. Where's he listening in from? Is he listening on this? All right. Who is he? Will Gregory. Okay, William Gregory. Okay. All right. Have we changed it? Hello everybody, and welcome again to another edition of Haysville Aviator Baseball, live from Haysville, Kansas. I'm Todd Hook, along with Chris Worrell on the camera, bringing you the last and final game of the home season as well as the conference season for the Aviators here at Vulcan Field. The Aviators will be taking on the Bethany Bulls. They come in with a 13-28 record, 4-16 in the second half. The Aviators are 19-22 overall and 10-10 in the second half. 3.5 games out of first place. On the mound tonight for the Aviators, Matt Gregory. He's out of Heston College. 3 2/3 innings of work. He's given up 6 hits, 2 runs, and he has a 4.90 ERA. Matt would like to give a shout out to his grandpa, William Gregory, who is listening in on this channel. Thanks for tuning in, Mr. Gregory. This will be the final home game for the Aviators. They will have approximately a week off before they start NBC tournament play in championship week. They did receive a bid to the tournament by being runner-up in last year's tournament. Gregory will be on the mound. Sutherland will be doing the catching. And Hunter Sutherland will be doing the catching, and he promised not to get his uniform dirty tonight. So we'll see how that goes. Leading it off for the Bulls will be Anthony Ward playing second base. Correction, playing shortstop tonight. Steps in from the right side. He takes first pitch in there for a strike. Hitting .300 for the series. Scored 4 runs. And you're 0-1. Low and away for a ball, and that'll even it up. And the 1-1. Off-speed pitch fouled. Gregory ahead 2-1, 1-2. And the pitch is fouled. The count holds 1-2. Beautiful night for baseball. Temperature 90 degrees. It's 3 nights in a row the wind's been out of the east or north, so it's been a true blessing the last 3 nights of baseball. And the 1-2. Inside 2-2. And your 2-2. Low, and it goes to full. And a pitch swung on for a strikeout. So Gregory gets the leadoff man. 1 out here in the top of the first in Haysville, Kansas. Groves at third, Compton at short, Lambert at second, and Konwinski is at first. In the outfield, Oaks, Foley, and Giovanni Garbella. And the pitch is taken low. Here's Colt Pickens playing second base tonight. Pickens out of Mid-America Christian. And a pitch is in there for a strike, and that'll even it up 1-1. DJ McDaniel coaching at third for the Bulls. And the pitch is swung on foul. Gregory ahead again, 1-2. And a 1-2 swung on and fouled out. And here's your 1-2. Low for a ball, that'll even it up 2-2. One, two is swung on. Foul down the right hand side. One out here in the top of the first. No score. Here's a 2-2 to Pickens. Swung on and fouled down the right field line. Pickens has squared Gregory up twice in a row. And a 2-2 again. Low for a ball. So Gregory's gone full 2 guys in a row. And a payoff. In there for a called strike. So that's 2 strikeouts and 2 hitters for Gregory. Very good spot on that pitch. Brings up Sam Grellner, playing left field tonight. And the first pitch is swung on and driven to center field for a base hit. Well, Grellner out of Oral Roberts University jumps on Gregory early and deposits that into center field. 2 outs here in the top of the first. Bulls with a runner at first. Brings up the designated hitter, Cade Carter. Carter out of Southwest Christian steps in from the left side. Grellner with a good lead at first. First pitch is low for a ball. And here's a 1-0. Swung on. Driven to right field. Garbella's camped and makes the catch, and that'll do it. Bulls leave a guy after a half inning, 0-0.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Hayes going to the bottom of the first. Aviators will face Casey Willenbrink out of Missouri Baptist. Right-handed pitcher. He'll face Lambert, Foley, and Horton. First three up for the Aviators. Taylor Snodgrass is still in the third base coaching box at the controls tonight. Aaron Gilbreth, head coach, is still serving a 2-game suspension from his ejection the other evening, which is under appeal. First pitch is swung on, popped up down the third base line. Shortstop and third baseman giving chase. And a great effort, but they were unable to come up with it. So new life for Lambert. A lot of room here in foul ground at Vulcan Field. And the 0-1 to Lambert. Swung on, grounded to first. First baseman will take it himself. Pretty close, but he's going to be out. So 3 unassisted. 1 up and 1 down. This brings up the center fielder, Lindsey Foley. Steps in from the left side. Willenbrink with the pitch. Off-speed pitch bunted. And that's going to stay fair down the first base line. Good place from a bunt with Foley. So he's going to have a base hit. So the Aviators have something going. Foley runs very well. We'll see what Coach Snodgrass cooks up here. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. No score. Here's Cameron Horton, the designated hitter. Good lead by Foley. And the pitch. Takes high for a ball. Horton out of the University of Louisiana Lafayette. Hitting .210 on the season. And a throw to the first. Foley back easily. And the 1-0 is low. Horton ahead in the count now, 2-0. Both teams have recorded a hit early on. Foley with another good lead. Willenbrink with the sign and the pitch. Low, and it gets away from the catcher, and Foley will advance and round it hard. And now Snodgrass will hold him up. Horton ahead in the count, 3-0. Foley down to second on the wild pitch. Good chance here for Horton to get RBI number 10. Pitch is high for ball 4. So Willenbrink in a little bit of trouble here in the bottom of the first. The shortstop, Zach Compton, will come to the plate, playing shortstop tonight. Pretty versatile infielder. Can play it just about anywhere. Compton out of East Texas Baptist University. Hitting a very respectable 280. Pitch is swung on, foul. Willenbrink out of the stretch. Checks Foley. And he hits him. So that's going to load him up.
Next up, number 1, Troy Konwinski.
It's going to load him up for Troy Konwinski. Playing first base tonight. Steps in from the left side. Hitting .244. Only 3 RBIs on the season. Like to add to that right here. 1 out. Aviators have them loaded. And the first pitch is swung on and fouled. Beautiful night. Still time to get out here and catch the Aviators with their last home game of the season. All concession items are half price, so if you haven't had supper yet, come on out and join us. Free admission. And the 0-1 to Konwinski. Then there for a call strike, and that'll even it up. Excuse me, that'll be 0-2. Konwinski in the hole here, 0-2. And a payoff is swung on foul. Konwinski stays alive. Oh and 2. Aviators have them loaded here in the bottom of the first. No score. Hey, pitches high. Pitches high. 1 and 2 now. And the pitch. Swung on and foul. Konwinski proven to be a tough out here in the bottom of the first. And the 1-2. High, and that'll even it up 2 and 2. Willenbrink struggling here a little bit. And a 2-2. Low for ball 3. So Konwinski's work at full after being down on the count 0 and 2. Konwinski out of Defiance College. And your 3-2. Swung on and driven to center, and it will be caught. Runners were unable to advance. The ball was hit very sharply and right at the center fielder, so no chance to really advance the runner. So we have 2 outs here in the inning. Bases still loaded with Aviators. Playing right field tonight. And the first pitch swung on for a strike. Garbella hit 289 on the season. And a swing and a miss the second pitch. So he's down to count 0-2. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Bases still loaded. Willenbrink trying to make a pitch here to get out of it. And a pitch is 1-2 to Garbella. Garbella's driven in 12 runs on the season and would love to add to that right now with 13 and 14 if he could. Had to spend a little time with his father at the last couple of games. Very nice gentleman. See where Giovanni gets it. And the 1-2. And it's going to be dumped into center field. So that'll be a 2 RBI double for Garbella. They had a chance at the trailing runner if the throw would have been on line and handled properly by the catcher, Jamal Hughes. So the Aviators are ahead to the catcher, Hunter Sutherland. Second and third now. Sutherland hitting 189 on the season. Has driven in 8. And here's your 2-0. Low for ball 3. Will they turn him loose here? 3-0. We'll see. Then he takes low for ball 4. So that'll load him up again. Bring up David Groves.
Next, number 11, David Groves.
Groves hitting 125 on the season. Steps in from the right side. Got 1 RBI on the season. Groves out of Howard Payne University. Comes from Graham, Texas. Anybody listening in on Texas, give us a shout. Two outs here in the bottom of the first. Aviators have them loaded. And Groves takes the first fastball in there at a called strike. 2 hits for the Aviators this inning. 2 runs scored. And a pitch. Off-speed pitch on the outer half for a called strike. So Groves is down on the count, 0-2. And the payoff. Low in the dirt. Blocked nicely by Jamal Hughes. Hughes has had a real good series behind the plate. And the pitch is low. That'll even it up 2-2. And a 2-2 to Groves. In the dirt for ball 3. So Willenbrink's at risk of walking a run in. So the Aviators will be off with the pitch here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. And Willenbrink's set. And here's the payoff. Swung on foul. Still time to get out here. We're still in the bottom of the first, so if you're in the Haysville, South Wichita area, come on out and join us. Beautiful evening. And here's the payoff again. High for ball 4. And that's going to walk in a run. So everybody's going to move up 90 feet. Compton's going to score. That puts the Aviators ahead 3-0. DJ McDaniel, skipper for the Bulls, is going to come to. Aviators are going to send 9 men to the first. There is some action in the Bulls bullpen. Willenbrink has thrown 32 pitches in the first inning. That's about twice as many as you'd like to have. Here's Austin Oakes. Off speech in there for a called strike. Oakes hitting 327 on the season. He's had 49 at bats. Steps in from the right side. Here's the 0-1 high. Count even now, 1-1. Aviators have them loaded here in the bottom of the first. 2 outs. Call strike. So Oakes is in the hole here 1-2. And here, so the Aviators are going to leave them loaded with Oakes striking out, but they did a little damage. 3 runs on 2 hits after 1. Haysville 3, Bethany nothing. All right, we're back going to the top of the second here in Haysville, Kansas. Aviators on top over Bethany 3-0. Appreciate everybody writing in, telling us where you're from. We've heard from folks from Dallas. I think that's in Texas. And Minneapolis. Appreciate you folks tuning in. Gregory's going to face David Robbins, center fielder this evening. And he attempts to square, nothing doing. Be inside for a ball. He's 6 for 8 in the series, so it's been a real tough out. And he takes a pitch in there for a strike. Count even now, 1-1. And the 1-1 is fouled off. So Gregory finds himself ahead early. And the 1-2 is low. That leaving it up 2-2. Here's a 2-2 swung on fastball, and that'll get him. Gregory records a strikeout to start the inning. That'll bring up Justin Brazil, playing third base tonight. Brazil out of Southwest Christian. Steps in from the left side. First pitch is in there for a call strike. One out here in the top of the second. Still time to get out here if you're in the area. And here comes your 0-1 to Brazil. Swung on foul. Gregory way ahead now, 0-2. And here's your 0-2 high. 1-2 now. Tried to get him to chase that high and away pitch, nothing doing. And a 1-2 is swung on, and that'll be a strikeout for Gregory. Pretty tentative swing there for Brazil. He appeared to be fooled on the pitch. 2 outs in the inning. That'll bring up Matt Mastantuono. Three for 6 in the series. Playing right field tonight. And a pitch. Low for ball 2. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Nobody on. Aviators lead 3-0. And a pitch is swung on, 2-1. Pitch really tied up Mastantuono. And a 2-1 from Gregory is grounded to second baseman. Lambert up with it. Over to first in time. Very efficient inning for Gregory. After 1.5, 3-0 Aviators.
Are you ready?
Okay, going to the top of the second, or bottom of second now. Appreciate the folks tuning in from North Carolina, Michigan, and Graham, Texas. Texas like a whole other country, I understand. Top of the order for the Aviators. Neil Lambert's going to lead it off. Casey Willenbrook is out there for his second inning of work. Try to right the ship and maybe settle in a little bit. First pitch to Lambert. Swung on and foul. Still time to get out and get some of that half-price concessions here at the ballpark. And the 0-1 is low. Count even now, 1-1. And the 1-1 high. Ball 2. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Leadoff man Lambert. 0 for 1 on the evening. Hitting .295 on the year. And your 2-1. High for ball 3. Safe to say Willenbrink hadn't been around the plate much. Nobody up in the Bulls bullpen at this time. And the 3-1. In there for a call strike on the outer half. Count full to Lambert. And here's a payoff. High for ball 4. And Willenbrink has walked the leadoff man.
Next up, number 39, Lindsay Foley.
It's going to bring up Lindsay Foley. Keep an eye on Lambert. He's always a threat to run over there. Aviators are blessed with a lot of speed in the top of the order. And the first pitch to Foley. High for ball 1. And a 1-0. Taken for a call strike at the letters. Count even now, 1-1. And the 1-1 Foley squares and pulls it back. Takes the pitch high, 2-1. Foley with a base hit in the first. He's hitting .333 on the season. Foley out of Quitman, Texas. Lambert with a sizable lead. And the 2-1 to Foley. And he takes a pitch high, 3-1. Foley can sit back and look for something here. Ball in the gap here. There's a good bet that Lambert can score on it. And you're 3-1. Swung on. Fly to left field. Left fielder is under it and makes the catch, route number 1. And Lambert will have to retreat back to first. So 1 down here in the bottom of the second. It's going to bring up Cameron Horton, the designated hitter. Walked in the first and scored. Horton hitting .210 on the season. And Lambert's off with a pitch and steals it easy. Throw was late. So the Aviators have something cooking here, have a runner in scoring position with 1 out in the inning. Cameron would love to get RBI number 10 on the season right here. Lambert with a walking lead. And a pitch is taken for a strike. So Horton down on a count 0-2. They'll need to try to put something in play, preferably to the right side. Move Lambert over. Off-speed pitch is driven to left. Left fielder unable to get there and make the catch. It's foul. Oh, 2 to Horton. Bosser City, Louisiana. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And he takes a pitch low. 1-2 now. Willenbrink not the quickest worker out there on the mound. And a 1-2. Swung on, driven to center. Center fielder Robbins is under it and makes a catch. And Lambert is unable to advance. Ball just not hit deep enough. And Robbins got behind it very well. So that's 2 outs in the inning. It's going to bring up Zach Compton. Hit by a pitch the first time up. 2 outs in the inning. We're in the bottom of the second here in Haysville. Aviators lead 3-0. And the pitch taken for a call strike. Compton hitting .280 on the season. Out of Pflugerville, Texas. And the 0-1 to Compton. Lambert is off with a pitch, and he's going to steal it. Good jump by Lambert and a good throw by Hughes, but not in time. So it's 2 stolen bases on the inning for Lambert. Pitch was called a strike, so 0-2 to Compton. The pitch is high, 1-2. 2 outs in the inning. Compton would like to get RBI number 21 right here. Pitch is swung on, grounded. Foul down the third base line. Very close to extra bases for Compton on that one. Turned on that pitch very well and squared it up very nicely. One and two, off-speed pitch taken inside. Count even now, 2-2. Willenbrink having a hard time getting his hand dry. Had to call for the equivalent of a baseball ruling there. Well, he's back on and ready to go. And a 2-2. Swung on and fouled. Compton stays alive. .118 at bats for Compton on the season. And a 2-2. Off-speed pitch low in the dirt. They appeal to second base. Yes, he checked his swing. So the count now full. Compton with a good job checking his swing there. And here's a 3-2. High and in, and he walks him. Great at-bat for Compton after being down 0-2. Aviators have runners at the corners here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. This brings up Konwinski, hitting .244 on the season. And a pitch to him is taken for a called strike. Aviators lead 3-0 here in the bottom of the second. Off-speed pitch taken for a called strike. Konwinski not for sure about that one. 0-2 nonetheless. Compton is off with a pitch and steals it without a throw. Aviator bench wanting a balk call on that one. Nothing doing. And Willenbrink's going to step off and start over. 63 pitches through 1 2/3 innings for Willenbrink. And the pitch is high. That'll even it up 2-2. Runners at second, third for the Aviators. 2 outs in the inning. And a pitch is driven. Line drive to right. That's going to score 2. And Konwinski is going to be credited with a 2-run single. That ball was squared up significantly. That'll score 2. Score now 5-0 Aviators. DJ McDaniel to the mound to talk to his pitcher. There is action in the bullpen. And it looks like they're going to lift Willenbrink. And we have a pitching change for the Bulls. We'll let you know as soon as we know who the new pitcher is. Just a reminder, the NBC tournament begins this Friday. Check the NBC website for pairings. Your Aviators will begin the tournament in a week during championship week. Check the NBC website for ticket availability. Tyler McDonald is going to come in and pitch for the Bulls. Right-handed pitcher. McDonald out of Southwest Christian University. He'll face Garbella with a runner at first and 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Aviators lead 5-0. Still time to get out here. A lot of baseball left to play. Come on out and enjoy the half-price concessions while they last. Aviator management tells me that everything must go. Also, some very significant discounted prices for Aviator merchandise. You'll need some Aviator merchandise to wear to the NBC tournament. This brings up Giovanni Garbella. Sun just starting to set here in Haysville. Temperature very comfortable. Beautiful night for baseball. Garbella 1 for 1 tonight with a single in the first. And a pitch. Swung on, popped foul. Two outs here in the bottom of the second. Haysville leads 5-0. And a pitch is taken for a strike at the letters. So Garbella behind in the count 0-2. Konowinski at first after a 2 RBI single. And the 0-2 to Garbella. Off-speed pitch swung on, and he'll get it up the middle for a base hit. So Garbella's 2 for 2 for the evening. And the ball is misplayed in center field. Konowinski will go to, and Garbella heads up base running, goes into second. Aviators are hustling tonight. So Aviators with runners with second and third. 2 outs here in the inning. This brings up Hunter Sutherland out of Sam Houston State University. Hunter hitting 189 on the year. And he takes the first pitch in there low for a ball. Konowinski at third. Garbella at second. Aviators threatening again. Pitch is swung on foul, so that'll even it up 1-1. And the 1-1. Swung on 1-2. Aviators 5 runs on 4 hits. Bulls have collected only 1 hit so far. Here's a 1-2 to Sutherland. Low for a ball. That'll even it up 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Aviators have scored 2 this inning. And a pitch swung on, fouled. That's a good off-speed pitch by Tyler McDonald. Sutherland able to get a piece of it to stay alive. And a 2-2. Swung on, driven to right. Right fielder giving chase and makes the catch in foul territory, and that'll do it. But the Aviators get 2 and lead 5-0 after 2. All right, welcome back. We go to the top of the third here in Haysville, Kansas. Gregory out for his 3rd inning of work. 31 total pitches through 2 innings. Aviators lead 5-0. Gregory will face the 8, 9, and 1-hole hitters. Leading off Gayhay, Eli Gayhay, playing first base tonight. He swings at the first pitch and misses for strike 1. Still looking for his first hit of the series. Out of Dominican University. Takes the pitch in there for strike 1. Count even, 1-1 now. Pitch is swung on. Appears to be strike 3. I probably ought to keep up. Gregory records his 6th strikeout of the game. This brings up the 9-hole hitter, Hughes. Jamal Hughes catching tonight. Takes the first pitch for a strike. And the 0-1 is low. That'll even it up 1-1. Gregory working at a good pace. Off-speed pitch, we're in there for a strike. So Gregory ahead 1-2. And a 1-2 off-speed pitch is popped up. Konwinski giving chase and foul ground. So's Lambert. Konwinski makes a phenomenal catch on the run. That'll be out number 2. Very difficult play for a first baseman. A lot of times the second baseman will call him off, but Lambert wasn't quite there yet. Top of the order now for the Bulls, Anthony Ward. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And he takes the first pitch outside for a ball. Ward hitting .300 on the series. And a pitch is swung on and the count's even, 1-1. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Aviators lead 5-0. Only 1 hit recorded by the Bulls so far. And a 1-1 is swung on, 1-2. Very efficient inning so far for Matt Gregory. And a pitch taken for a call, third strike. And the Bulls go in order and very effectively and efficiently. So after 2.5, 5-0 Aviators.
Are you ready?
All right, welcome back. We go to the top of the third now from Haysville, Kansas. The Aviators lead 5-0. Excuse me, bottom of the third. McDonald out for his second inning of work. Try to get something going in the efficiency department. Maybe settle in a little bit. He'll face Groves, Oaks, and Lambert here in the bottom of the third. First pitch to Groves, he swung on for strike. David walked in the first, hitting .125 on the year. Pitch is swung on. Popped to short right field. Second baseman out to get it. Colt Pickens makes a great catch over his shoulder for out number 1. Let's bring up the 9-hole hitter, Austin Oaks. Struck out in the first. hitting .327 on the season. And he takes the first pitch in there for a ball. And a 1-0 is swung on. Third baseman to his left, and he's unable to make the play. Pretty tough play on a sharply hit ball. We'll see how they score it. Looks like they're going to score it an error. So Austin is on first with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Top of the order now, Neil Lambert. Turk's first pitch for a strike. Lambert 1 for 2 and a run scored. And the pitch is taken high, out of leaving it up 1-1. 1 out here in the bottom of the third. And the pitch is low, 2-1. Lambert a good eye at the plate. Tough out. And a 2-1. In there for a call strike, out of leaving it up 2-2. McDonald hit his spot on the outside corner. 2-2 to Lambert. Oakes is off with the pitch, swung on and fouled. Five nothing Aviators in the bottom of the third. And the 2-2. Off-speed pitch taken high, so that'll be full. McDonald did a good job holding the ball just a little bit longer.
We got a box NBC tickets right here. You want to join the raffle? 1 for 1, 5 for 10.
Well, we've just been joined by a couple of players here that
What are you thinking, man?
have their outside voices on. And the 3-2 is fouled back.
It is fouled back. That's a good call. What you got on Lambert here? What are you thinking? Pretty
Well,
good
he's a
player?
tough out.
He is tough out.
Tough out.
Good eye.
Very good eye. Already mentioned that.
Did you?
Yep.
So,
We're joined by Ryan Smoot here, in case you guys haven't figured it out.
Oakes is running right here, you know. You got to trust Neil. He won't strike out. Might be running. Oh. I think he is running.
And time is called.
A lot going on right there.
A lot going on. And the 3-2 to Lambert.
Oh.
Pitch is swung on,
Look, see, we all jinxed.
and Lambert strikes out. That'll be 2 outs in the inning.
Fine work, sir.
That was an impromptu visit by Ryan Smoot. That'll bring up Lindsey Foley. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. He takes first pitch low for a ball. Foley hitting .333 on the season. 24 at bats, 8 hits. And Oakes is off with a pitch, and the pitch is fouled down the right-hand side. Count now even, 1-1. Two outs here in the bottom of the third. Oakes at first. And a pitch. Swung on for strike 2. Good changeup by McDaniel. The bottom really dropped out of that pitch. So the 1-2 to Foley. Oakes is off the pitch. The ball is dumped into left field, and Oaks will make it to third on the single by Foley. Oaks was off with the pitch, which allowed him to get to third on the play. So Aviators with runners at the corners with 2 outs. This will bring up Cameron Horton. Horton 0 for 1, walking a fly out and a run scored. Hitting .210 on the season. And the pitch. High and away for ball 1. And a 1-0 is in the dirt. And it squirts away from Hughes. And Foley advances to second. So Horton with the opportunity to drive in a couple and add to the lead. And pitch swung on. Popped up, and it's just going to be dumped into short left field, and 2 runs will score. So that makes the score 7-0 Aviators here in the bottom of the third. Good piece of hitting by Horton. Didn't try to do too much with it. That'll bring up Compton. Takes the first pitch for a called strike. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Aviators lead 7-0. Pitch is high for a ball, and that'll even it up 1-1. Pitch is swung on down the right-hand side. Foul. Compton hit by a pitch in the first and walked in the second. He scored twice and has a stolen base to his credit. And the 1-2. High and in. Count even, 2-2. Bulls pitchers have struggled tonight. No action in the bullpen yet. And Compton takes the third strike, and that'll do it. The Aviators get 2 after 3 innings. Aviators 7, Bulls nothing. Okay, top of the fourth we go. Haysville, Kansas. Todd Hook here with you, and Chris Worrell running the camera. It's been all Aviators so far. Aviator 7, Bulls 0 here in the top of the 4th. Colt Pickens is going to lead it off. Matt Gregory been very efficient so far. 43 total pitches, 29 strikes, and 14 balls. And a pitch. Pickens takes high for ball 1. And a 1-0. That's outside, 2-0. And the 2-0's in there. Call strike, 2-1 now. Only one hit so far for the Bulls. And the 2-1 is low, 3-1 now. Pickens hitting 167 for the series. And a 3-1. Pitch is swung on, popped up, and it's going to be out of play. Seven runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Aviators. No runs, 1 hit, 2 errors for the Bulls. And a 3-2. That's going to be wide, and that's going to be a leadoff walk for Gregory. It's going to bring up Sam Grellner. Bulls have the leadoff man on for the first time this evening. Grellner out of Oral Roberts. And the pitch to him is swung on, driven to right. Right to Garbella. Didn't even have to leave his tracks, and that's going to be out number 1. Ball was hit right on the nose, but right at Garbella. One out in the top of 4 here. Cade Carter, the designated hitter. Flew out to right field last inning. And a pitch. Off-speed pitch high. Carter still looking for his first hit of the series. And a 1-0 is low. Ball squirts away from Sutherland. And he's unable to get him at second. So that's going to be a wild pitch. And Pickens will advance. Carter with a chance to get the Bulls on the board here in the 4th. Sutherland out to talk to Gregory. Runner on second. They want to make sure they're on the same page with the signs. Here's a 2-0. Low for ball 3. Gregory struggling a smidge here in the top of the 4th. Time's called. Have the ambulance leaving the station right across the street. Ambulance station near here, train track right behind the field, so we have all kinds of transportation right here at Vulcan Field. And the 3-0. In there for a call strike. 3-1 now to Carter. And a 3-1 is low and gets away from Sutherland. Don't know how they're going to score it. That was possibly a pass ball. Two walks in the inning by Gregory. So the Bulls have something cooking here with one out in the top of the fourth. They have runners at the corners. Center fielder David Robbins now up. Struck out in the second. And a pitch. Swung on, swing. Shortstop charging. Nowinski. Don't know how they will score that one. Looks like they're going to score that one an error. So that'll be an error on Compton. Bases loaded now for the Bulls. One out. Correction, first and second. So the Bulls get a run there and cut the lead 7-1. Pitch is swung on and it's going to fall in for a hit. And Oak's unable to handle it. And Carter is going to score. So Brazil with a hit. First and second still. Well, that cut the lead to 7-2. Brings up Mastantuono. He takes the first fastball in there for a called strike. Mastantuono been a tough out, hitting .500 on the series. 7-2 Aviators here in the top of the fourth. Pitch is low, blocked nicely by Sutherland. That'll even it up 1-1. Here's a 1-1. Swung on and missed for strike two. 1-2, one out here in the top of the fourth. Bulls have gotten two so far. Cut the lead to 7-2. 2 runs on only 2 hits. Pitch is taken low. That'll even it up 2-2. Everybody on the Aviator side wanted that one. And a 2-2. In there for a call strike, and Mastantuono strikes out for the second out of the inning. It's going to bring up Eli Gahay. First time up. Takes the first pitch inside for a ball. Bulls have runners at first and second. 2 outs now in the top of the fourth. Bulls get 2 runs on a couple of walks issued. Here's a 1-0. In there for a called strike, and that'll even it up 1-1. The pitch from Gregory is swung on for strike 2. Good pop on that fastball. And a 1-2. Swung on and missed, and that'll do it. Gay strikes out, but not before the Bulls get a couple. So after 3.5, Aviators 7, Bulls 2. All right, welcome back. We're going to the bottom of the 4th here in Haysville. Things have gotten a little more interesting. Bulls cut into the 7-2 lead with a couple of runs in the top of the 4th. Tyler McDonald is going to go out and continue to work for the Bulls. He'll face Konwinski, Garbella, and Sutherland here in the bottom of the 4th. NBC tournament begins Friday night. Check the NBC website for ticket availability. Your Aviators will be participating in week 2 of the tournament. They received a bid through the tournament for being runner-ups last year. How's everybody doing? Well, I hope he didn't go home. Looks like Ryan Smoot's going to coach first base, perhaps. Or umpire. Kind of an interesting turn of events. Ryan Smoot has come out of the Aviator dugout to umpire at first. Not sure where the first base umpire went. Konwinski's going to lead it off, hitting .244 on the season. Kind of an interesting series here with a coach ejection and involving umpires. 7-2 here in the bottom of the fourth. And it appears the blue has returned. And Konwinski grounds the first pitch down the third base line, and that's going to be a double. Leadoff double by Konwinski. Good piece of hitting. Didn't try to do too much with it. Hit it right where it was pitched. Squirted it down the line. So the Aviators have something cooking with a leadoff double. Right fielder now, Giovanni Garbella. Garbella 2 for 2 on the evening. And here's a 1-0. Tried to check his swing, couldn't do it. Count even 1-1. Garbella hitting .289 on the season. 90 at-bats. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. Pitch is swung on, popped up. Catcher giving chase. And Hughes makes the catch for out number 1. This will bring up Hunter Sutherland, doing the catching tonight. And we have our umpire back. Sutherland 0 for 1 on the evening with a walk. And he turks first pitch high for a ball. And the 1-0. High for ball 2. 7 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Aviators. 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for the Bulls. Sutherland hitting .189 on the season. And he takes a pitch high for 3-0. A little bit of action in the Bulls bullpen. And a 3-0. Taken for a call strike at the knees. 3-1 to Sutherland. The 3-1 is swung on, driven to right. Right fielder is under it and makes the catch and bobbles it in the exchange. Konwinski unable to advance. 2 outs in the inning.
Next up the bat for the Aviators, number 11, David Groves.
Brings up David Groves, playing third base tonight. 0 for 1 on the evening with a walk. Hitting .125 on the season. First pitch low for a ball. McDaniel trying to hold the Aviators scoreless for the first time tonight. And the pitch is high. 2 balls, no strikes to Groves. And Groves works the count to 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Aviators with a man at second. And a pitch is in there for a called strike. 3-1 now. Groves hitting in the 8th spot tonight. Pitch is swung on. Second baseman and first baseman given choice, and the first baseman, Gahay, makes the catch over his shoulder. Good catch. So the Aviators do not score for the first time this evening. After 4 complete, the Aviators 7, Bulls 2. All right, welcome back to Haysville, Kansas. Todd Hook with Chris Worrell for Aviator Baseball. Aviators lead over the Bethany Bulls 7-2. Gregory going out for his 5th inning of work. He will deliver pitch number 68. He'll face the 9-0 hitter Jamal Hughes. 0 for 1 on the evening. And here's the 1-0. Swung on, and that evens it up 1-1. And our umpire is back, Ryan Smoot.
How's it going, America?
Back with his outside voice.
How'd I look out there?
About as good as you can.
Thanks.
In a pinch.
Appreciate it. I had one call, got it right. That's what we call perfection. Yeah. Say you can't be
Ryan Smoot had to fill in for 2 pitches while the umpire
I'm pretty sure it
was
4.
in the facility.
4.
5 pitches we'd had to pay you.
I'm expecting it. About the
Hughes
time.
works the count to 3-1 here. Gregory trying to climb the ladder.
Oh,
And the 3-1 is inside for ball 4.
lead off walks, man. These aren't good.
Leadoff walk's not healthy, especially when it's a 9-hole hitter. This brings up Anthony Ward. A couple strikeouts on the evening. Gregory looking for a ground ball here.
What's old Jamal Hughes hitting? Does it say, or am I too late? Am I too late up there? Yep.
Hughes with a good lead at first.
Hughes ain't going.
And Ward takes the first pitch at the knees for a called strike. Yeah, not too many catchers are a threat to run these days, but you never know.
I know one it is.
I do too. And the 0-1's in there for inside for a ball. Count even now, 1-1.
See, Mr. Hirsch? Got that bullpen.
That was Ryan Smoot, ladies and gentlemen. Where is his mother? Throw to first. Hughes is back. Another throw to first. Hughes back in there. 7-2 Aviators in the top of the 5th. Nobody out. Bulls with the leadoff man on first. And the pitch is in there for a called strike. 1-2 to Ward. Hughes with a good lead. Gregory steps off, chases him back. And the pitch. Swung on, fouled. Count holds 1-2. We're just in the 5th, but if you're in the Haysville area, still time to get out here and catch this ball game. Throw to first, and Hughes is back in there. Matt Gregory thinking Hughes might run. And the pitch. Off-speed pitch swung on, and that'll be strike 3 to Ward. One out here in the inning. That's strikeout number 8 for Gregory. 77 total pitches, 48 strikes, 31 balls. This will bring up Colt Pickens. Swings at the first pitch, foul. Pickens 167 for the series. He's 0 for 1 tonight with a walk and a strikeout. Was able to score in the 4th. And the pitch. Off-speed pitch is high. Count even now, 1-1. Pitch is low. Sutherland unable to handle it. That'll be a wild pitch. Count now 2-1. Hughes down to second. Bulls with a runner in scoring position here with one out in the top of the 5th. Gregory become a little more deliberate and slowed down a little bit. And the pitch. Pitch is swung on to the right side. Konwinski's going to have it, and he's going to take it himself. So Pickens moves the runner to third. 2 outs here in the 5th. This will bring up Grellner. 1 for 2 on the evening. 300 for the series. And the first pitch to him is inside for a ball. Hughes now over to third on the ground ball to the right side. And the pitch is inside for ball 2. So Gregory is behind Grellner. 2 balls, no strikes. Grellner out of Oral Roberts University. And a 2-0. Swung on for strike 1. Grellner had a healthy hack at that one. The 2-1 from Gregory. Low for ball 3. Nicely dug out by Sutherland. And here's your 3-1 from to Grellner. Low dug out nicely again by Sutherland, and that'll be ball 4. This brings up your 4-hole hitter, Cade Carter. Bulls have runners at the corners with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Some action in the Aviator bullpen. Austin Priest is getting loose. And the first pitch to Carter is high and away. 1-0. So Gregory struggling a little bit here in the 5th. 1 pitch away from getting out of it. Pitch is swung on foul. One to Carter. Hughes at third, Grellner at first. And the 1-1. Ball a little bit wide. 2-1 to Carter. Sutherland had that one framed up real nice. Two one inside. 3-1 now to Carter. Gregory at risk of loading them up here in the 5th. Gregory with the sign and the 3-1. Swung on, popped up, shallow left field. Left fielder on his horse in foul territory and unable to make the play. Oakes was on his horse and unable to get there. So the count's going to be full to Carter. Almost the same amount of foul ground here in Haysville as they have at Oakland Coliseum. Lots of room here. One of the largest ballparks in the state of Kansas, I'm told. We're going to try again. Here's a 3-2. Low for ball 4, and they're loaded up. So Carter draws a 2-out walk, and this will bring up Robbins. Robbins 0 for 2 on the evening. Got on with an error and struck out in the 2nd. 2 outs, Bulls have them loaded here in the top of the 5th. And the pitch. Pitch is swung on, driven to left center. And Foley's on his horse and makes a great catch on the run to his right, and that'll do it. Bulls are going to leave them loaded. Gregory's going to get out of it. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 7-2 Aviators.
Are you ready?
Okay, we go into the bottom of the fifth here. Aviators get out of a heck of a jam in the top of the fifth. Bulls left them loaded, had an opportunity to improve on that 7-2 deficit. New pitcher out there for the Bulls, not sure who it is. Number 37 is all we know. Anybody listening online knows who this guy is, give us a shout. Tall, beefy right-hander, throws hard. Austin Oaks is going to lead it off for the Aviators. Conference by the umpires, not sure what that's about. Conference appears to be over, not sure what it was about. And the first pitch to Oaks, grounded back to the pitcher. Pitcher up with it over to first in time. So one pitch, one out. I think that's the first time tonight the Bulls have retired the leadoff Aviator. Top of the order now, Neil Lambert. Lambert steps in from the left side. He takes the first pitch at the knees for a strike. Pitches inside, evens the count 1-1. Lambert 0 for 2 on the evening. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. Lambert with a walk and a strikeout. Scored a run in the second. And a pitch of the letters is swung on and missed, and that'll be out number 2. This will brings up Lindsey Foley. Foley coming off that spectacular running catch in the gap to end the inning. Great route to the baseball on that play. Takes the first pitch at the knees for a called strike. think everybody in the ballpark thought that was in the gap. Everybody except for Foley. And pitch number 2 is in there for a strike. Foley now down 0-2. 2 outs in the inning. Pitch is inside for a ball. 1-2 now. And the 1-2 to Foley. In there for a call strike. So that'll do it for the 5th. Score remains Aviators 7, Bulls 2. And we go to the top of the 6th. Welcome back. Todd Hook and Chris Worrell bringing you the action from Haysville, Kansas. Aviators lead the Bethany Bulls 7-2. New pitcher on the mound for the Aviators. Number 27, Austin Price, will take over. Price out of the University of Incarnate Ward. He's from Adkins, Texas. Tall left-hander. 8 innings of work this summer. He's given up 11 runs. 10 runs on 11 hits. And he comes in with an earned run average of 6.75. First pitch to Justin Brazil is low for a ball. Pitch is swung on foul. Count even now, 1-1. Off-speed pitch is in there for a call strike, 1-2. Good breaking ball by Price. 2-1 1-2 high and away. Tried to get him to chase. Nothing doing. 2-2 now. That looked like an old 12-6 breaking ball. And a 2-2. Low, and that's going to be full count. Full count to Brazil. Playing third base tonight. 1 for 2. And here's your 3-2. Swung on foul. Brazil stays alive. Brazil still looking for his first hit of the series. Swung on, and there it is. Brazil went down and got it and squirted it up the middle for a base hit. So the Bulls have a leadoff hit here in the 6th. This brings up Matt Mastantuono. 0 for 2 on the evening with a strikeout in the 4th. Good lead by Brazil. First pitch is in there for a called strike. Price very quick to home plate with a slide step. And a pitch is swung on and missed. 0-2 now. So Price way ahead of Mastantuono. And a pitch swung on and missed, and that'll do it. Mastantuono strikes out for the first out of the inning. Good pop on that fastball from Price. This brings up Gahey. 0 for 2 on the evening, a couple of strikeouts. Throw to first. Brazil back standing up. And the pitch. Outside for a ball. 1-0. Not a breath of breeze at the ballpark as we speak. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Evens it up 1-1. Well-placed breaking ball there. And a 1-1. Swung on foul. So Price ahead now, 1-2. One out here in the top of the 6th. Bulls have a runner at first, courtesy of a leadoff hit by Brazil. And the pitch is swung on again and foul straight back. Gahey putting up a good fight. And the pitch. Inside for a ball, and that'll even it up 2-2. Pretty close pitch there. And the 2-2 to Gahey. Outside for ball 3. Full count, 1 out. Brazil at first. And a pitch is swung on for strike 3. 2 outs in the inning, courtesy of 2 strikeouts from Price. This brings up the catcher, Jamal Hughes. 0 for 1 on the evening with a walk. Still looking for his first hit of the series. And the pitch. Swung on foul. Good pop on that fastball from Price. And the 0-1. High and away. That evens it up 1-1. And a 1-1. Low for a ball, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike to Jamal Hughes. Did all the catching this series. Dandy takes low for ball 3. That was pitch number 20 for the inning out of Price. And the 3-1. Inside for ball 4. So a 2-out walk. That'll put runners at first and second. Sutherland out to talk to his pitcher. Top of the order now, Anthony Ward. 0 for 3 tonight, 3 strikeouts. And the first pitch to Ward is in there for a called strike. Bulls have runners at first and second, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Aviators lead 7-2. And the 0-1. High and away, evens it up 1-1. Game now 2 hours and 20 minutes old. Pitch is swung on, grounded to first. Konowinski steps on the bag, and that'll do it. Bulls leave 2 after 5.5. Aviators 7, Bulls 2.
Are you ready?
And we're back. We're going to the bottom of the sixth, Haysville, Kansas. Aviators versus the Bethany Bulls. Aviators lead 7-2. We have a little correction on our scoring. One of our viewers called in to say that Gregory had 9 strikeouts instead of 8, and that is definitely the case. My apologies for that. Just happened to miss one with these new cheaters. Cameron Horton's going to lead it off. Correction, we do have a pinch hitter. Denson Hull will lead it off out of University of Incarnate Ward. He's from San Antonio, Texas. Hull takes the first pitch for a strike. And the 0-1 is high, 1-1. And the 1-1 is wide, 2-1 now. And he takes a pitch for a called strike. 2-2 to Hull. Hull used primarily as a pitcher. And a swing and a miss, and that'll be out number 1 on the strikeout.
Next up, number 2, Zach Compton.
This is going to bring up Zach Compton. Zach hitting .280. 0 for 1, a hit by pitch and a walk and 1 strikeout. He takes pitch number 1 high for a ball. And the 1-0 to Compton. Swung on, popped up, catcher giving chase. And he's going to run out of room. Ball is back in the seats. 1-1 to Compton. And here's a 1-1. Off-speed pitch in there for a called strike. 1-2 to Compton. And the 1-2. Swung on low, and that'll be a strikeout. 2 up, 2 strikeouts in the bottom of the 6th. This brings up the first baseman, Troy Konwinski. 2 for 3 this evening with a single and a double. Takes first pitch for a strike. Hitting .244 on the season. And the 0-1 is at the knees for a strike. 0-2 to Konwinski. Pitch is swung on. Ball had kind of a funky spin on it. The shortstop unable to handle it. We'll see how they're going to score it. It looks like they're going to score that an error. Konwinski went down to get that pitch. Shortstop Ward appeared to be pretty confused on the trajectory of the ball and unable to come up with it. So Konwinski on with the error. That brings up Giovanni Garbella. Garbella 2 for 3 this evening. And he takes the first pitch of a called strike. Here's the 0-1. Off-speed pitch is low. Count now even, 1-1. Describe that breaking pitch as filthy. Here's the 1-1. Low for ball 2. And a 2-1. Low for ball 3. Bulls pitcher likes to live down around the knees. And a 3-1 is high for ball 4. Aviators have a couple of guys on courtesy of an error and a walk. This brings up Hunter Sutherland. Runner in scoring position, top of the 6th. 2 outs. Sutherland 0 for 2. And he takes the first pitch for a strike. Sutherland hitting 189 on the season. And the pitch is inside. Count even now, 1-1. Bulls pitcher has great velocity. Pretty good command. Off-speed pitch low. 2-1 now. Pitch is swung on, driven to right field. Right fielder goes down and makes a shoe-top catch, and that'll do it. Aviators leave a couple at the end of 6. Aviators 7, Bulls 2. And we go to the top of the 7th. Substitution for the Aviators. Looks like number 33, Avery Geyer, out of the University of South Alabama, will go in to play second base for the Aviators. Price out there for his second inning of work. Try to settle in a little more consistently this inning. 2, 3, and 4 for the Bulls. Here's Colt Pickens. First pitch is swung on. And that'll fall in for a base hit. in right field. This is going to bring up Sam Grellner. 1 for 2 on the evening. And the pitch from Price. Swung on and fouled. Off-speed pitch is outside. That'll even it up 1-1. Grellner 3 for 10 on the series. 3 runs driven in, 3 walks. Couple strikeouts on the series. Pitch is swung on, and that's going to go through the hole on the left side. Base hit for Grellner. So the Bulls have something cooking here in the top of the 7th. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Here's Cade Carter. Oh for 1 on the evening. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Price checks the runners, gets his sign. Time is called. Catcher out to talk to him. Looks like a new catcher out there. Can't make out his number from here. We'll let you know as soon as we know something on the changes. Here's the 0-1. Runners off with a pitch. And the throw to third base is in the dirt. Compton unable to handle it. Austin Oaks is now doing the catching. So the runners advance on the double steal. Runners at second and third. Nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Pitch dribbled to the pitcher. Check of the runner over to first in time for out number 1. That'll bring up David Robbins. 0 for 3 on the evening. David playing center field tonight. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Bulls with runners at second and third. 1 out. Robbins takes the first pitch low for a ball. Looks like Sutherland has moved to left field. Lambert to shortstop. And that's in there for a strike. Counts now even 1-1. Compton moves over to third. Oaks is catching. And a 1-1. Swung on, driven to center. Foley to his right, unable to make the catch, and 2 runs are going to score. They're going to score that an error on the center fielder, Foley. Ball did hit in his glove. Unable to come up with it. Score now 7-4. Bring up Justin Brazil. Two for three on the evening. And the pitch is swung on. And Price is ahead early. No balls, one strike. That was pitch number 33 for Price. Off-speed pitch is grounded foul. 0-2 to Brazil. Nobody up in either bullpen. And the 0-2. Lowe tried to get him to chase off-speed pitch in the dirt. Nothing doing. Dug out nicely by Oaks. One out here in the top of the seventh. Pitch is swung on. Foul down the right-hand side. 1-2, one outs. Bulls have put two on the board this inning. Score now 7-4, Aviators. And a 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that's going to get him. Strikeout for Price. Two down here in the inning. This is going to bring out Mastantuano. 0 for 3 on the evening, a couple of strikeouts, and a ground out. And the first pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Good live fastball for Price to start off Mastantuano. Off-speed pitch in there, called strike. Oaks out to talk to him. Quick chat and we'll reset here. Price ahead. No balls, two strikes. Would like to get out of the inning with no further damage. And Price steps off. Robbins very active at second base. Seems to have Price's full attention. And another conference from Oaks and Price, making sure everybody's on the same page. And here's the 0-2. High and away, trying to get him to chase. Nothing doing. 1-2 now. 1-2 off-speed pitch. Popped into right center. Right field, and it'll fall. And Robbins is going to score. Ball was not hit very sharply, but well enough to fall into right field for a hit. 7-5 now here in the top of the 7th. 3 runs across for the Bulls. This brings up Eli Gahay, and he swings at the first pitch foul. And the 0-1. Strike called at the knees. Price is ahead, 0-2. And the 0-2. Swung on, and that'll do it. And that'll end the inning. After 6.5, Bulls get a little closer. Aviators 7, Bulls 5.
Are you ready?
All right, stretch time in Haysville. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Aviators cling to a 7-5 lead over the Bulls. Bulls put up 3 in the last half inning to ease a little closer. The Aviators will send up Avery Geyer. He'll lead it off here, playing second base. And he takes the first pitch for a strike. Whoop. Second pitch is swung on. Bat ended up in the Aviator dugout. Half-price pine tar in the concession stand. Geyer goes down 0-2. Aviators could use a couple of insurance runs here. Okay, Geyer has his bat retrieved. Down in the count, 0-2. And the pitch. Off-speed patch taken low for a ball, 1-2 now. And that'll do it. That's Geyer takes a pitch for strike 3. One out here in the bottom of the 7th. Brings up Austin Oaks, now doing the catching. Takes the first pitch high for a ball. Oaks 0 for 3 on the evening. 327 on the season. And the 1-0. Low 2-0. And your 2-0. Low, and he runs the count to 3-0. Shortstop Ward is going to go talk to his pitcher. Maybe he knows who he is. Pitcher for the Bulls still unknown to us at this time. And the 3-0. Pitch is swung on. Ball is driven to left field, and forget about it. It's going to land somewhere in the vicinity of 63rd Street. Austin Oaks takes a 3-0 pitch and drives it out of left field. No doubt about that one. That'll pad the Aviators' lead to 8-5 now. Top of the order, here's Neil Lambert. He takes the first pitch as a called strike. Lambert 0 for 3 this evening. And that's inside for a ball. Lambert now hitting .295 on the season. Pitch is low. Two and one now to Lambert. That's in there for a called strike at the knees. 2-2 now. Lambert has moved over to shortstop. And the pitch is grounded. The third baseman up with it. And he couldn't get him. Third baseman had to backhand that one on the run and throw across his body. Lambert, with good speed, beats it out for a base hit. So one out here in the bottom of the seventh. Aviators have a runner at first. This will bring up Foley. Correction, number 21, Tanner Buxton out of Texas Tech will hit for Foley. Buxton grounds the ball to the shortstop. Shortstop unable to come up with it for the double play ball. Goes to first, not in time, so that'll be an error on the shortstop. So runners now at first and second. This brings up Denson Hull. Struck out first time in the sixth. One out here in the bottom of the seventh. One and two now to Hull. Aviators have runners at first and second. Off-speed pitch in the dirt. Blocked by Hughes. Hughes has been a wall back there this evening. Matter of fact, he's been a wall the entire series. Hull still looking for his first base hit of the year. He grounds back to the pitcher. Pitcher's only play is to first. So there's 2 outs in the inning. Runners advance. So runners at second and third. This is going to bring up Compton. Compton with a chance to drive in a couple of much-needed insurance runs. Off-speed pitch outside for a ball. And here's a 1-0. Fastball low, 2-0. Little loss of command for the Bulls pitcher as of late. Here's a 2-0. Swung on, foul. Count now 2-1 to Compton. Zach now playing third base. And the pitch. Swung on for strike 2. That'll even it up 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at second and third here in the bottom of the 7th. And a 2-2. Low and away, counts full. Good job laying off of that one by Compton. Very lively breaking pitch out of this guy from Bethany. And a 3-2 is swung on, and Compton will strike out and leave a couple. But the Aviators get one, courtesy of the moonshot by Oaks. After 7, it's 8-5 Aviators. And we go to the 8th. Welcome back. Aviators lead 8-5. Aviators get a run in the bottom of the 7th, courtesy of Austin Oaks' home run that landed on 63rd Street. New pitcher for the Aviators, Tyler Stallings. Stallings out of the University of Texas at Tyler, and he comes from Splendora, Texas. 6 innings of work this season. He's given up 6 runs on 8 hits. And he starts Hughes out with a strike. Stallings has an ERA of 8.52. And the pitch is low, 1-1. Tanner Buxton now playing right field for the Aviators. Pitch is swung on, that makes it 1-2. Giovanni Garbella moves to center. And here's a 1-2 from the right-hander. Swung on foul. Hughes 0 for 1 on the evening. A couple of walks. Off-speed pitch swung on foul. Ball game coming up on 3 hours old. We're in the top of the 8th. Haysville, Kansas. Haysville Aviators versus the Bethany Bulls. And a pitch, off-speed pitch in there for a called third strike. Stallings gets the leadoff man with the strikeout. And we'll go to the top of the order. Austin Ward. And here's Ward. He takes the first pitch high for a ball. Ward 0 for 4 on the evening. Swing. Grounded to short, backhanded by Lambert. Not in time, and that'll be a base hit for Anthony Ward. Lambert a good job getting to it and backhanded it. Ward runs very well, unable to get him. So that'll go as a hit. Cole Pickens now. A couple of runs scored on the evening. He's 1 for 3. And a strikeout. He steps in from the left side. Stallings goes to work with a runner on. First pitch is popped up to the right side, and it's going to be out of play. And the 0-1 for Stallings. Off-speed pitch, foul straight back. Stallings ahead 0-2. Stallings has done a good job staying ahead of the hitters. And Ward with a good jump steals it easily. Seemed to have guessed properly. Seemed to have Stallings gauged, and he stole it without a throw. And the 1-2 swung on, popped up. Stallings will make the play just behind pitcher's mound for out number 2. So 2 outs now. Bulls have a runner in scoring position at second base. That'll put years on a coach seeing your pitcher take those fly balls like that. That was kind of a have-to situation, though. Sam Grellner now. Off-speed pitch high for a ball. And here's a 1-0. Fastball in there, swing and a miss. And we're even 1-1. Good pop on that fastball from Stallings. And the 1-1 is taken inside for a ball. Framed up pretty nice by Oaks. And the 2-1. That's in there. For a call strike. That'll even it up 2-2. And a 2-2. Swung on, foul straight back. So Grellner stays alive. Two for 3 on the evening for Sam. And a 2-2. Off-speed pitch is high. Full count now to Grellner. Stallings needs to make a pitch right here and get out of it. Fastball swung on and fouled back. Challenged him a little bit with that one. Count holds 3-2. And Stallings is going to step off and regroup. And the pitch. Pitch is swung on. Sky to right field. Buxton is unable to come up with it. And a run is going to score. So Grellner reaches on an error. And Ward will score. Score now 8-6. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. This brings up Cade Carter. First pitch is in there for a called strike. Buxton had a long way to go for that one. Did not have to leave his feet. Unable to come up with it. And Grellner's off with a pitch. Throw to second, dug out nicely by Lambert. Not in time. So Grellner steals it. And the Bulls have another runner in scoring position. Live arm behind home plate with Oakes. Grellner runs very well for a big feller. And a 1-1. Low for ball 2. Two and 1 now to Carter. Pitch is swung on. Over to Avery Geyer at second base. He gobbles it up over to first in time. And that'll end the inning. But not before the Bulls get one back. After 7.5. Bulls 6. Aviators 8.
Are you ready?
All right, here we go. Bottom of the 8th we go. Aviators cling to a 2-run lead, 6-8 over the Bethany Bulls. Bulls will have a new pitcher on the mound, number 18 Trevor Settles, out of University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma. Left-handed pitcher. Troy Konwinski is going to lead it off here in the 8th. And the pitch to him, swung on and missed for strike 1. And the 0-1. High and in for a ball, evens it up, 1-1. Konowinski 2 for 4 on the evening, hitting .244 on the season. Pitch is swung on, and that's going to get through the left side for a base hit. Very hot bat night for Konowinski, 3 for 4. Again, did not try to do too much with the pitch. Pitch was on the outer half, and he just went with it and squirted it through the left side. This is going to bring up Giovanni Garbella. So the Aviators have the leadoff man on in the home half of the 8th. Here's Garbella, 2 for 3 on the evening. Takes the first pitch low, and it squirts away from Hughes, and Konowinski is going to move up on the wild pitch. So the Aviators have an insurance run at second base in scoring position. Ball is smoked to left field, and it's going to get out of here. Line drive home run for Giovanni Garbella, and that's 2 runs for the Aviators. 10-6 on the blast from Giovanni Garbella. That ball got out of here in a hurry. This is going to bring up number 24, Zachariah Mosley, to pinch hit for Sutherland. He takes the first pitch for a ball. And the second pitch is in there for a strike. Count even now, 1-1. And that one's in there for strike 2. 2 good fastballs in a row from Settles. Settles works very fast. And the pitch. Off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and that'll be a strikeout. It's going to bring up Avery Geyer, playing second base tonight. Takes the first pitch inside for a ball. And the 1-0 swung on, and that evens it up, 1-1. Pitch was out of the strike zone high, hard to lay off of. Count even, 1-1. Pitch is swung on, line to the second baseman for out number 2. Geyer hit that one on the screws, but right at Cole Pickens. 2 outs in the home half of the 8th. Springs up the catcher, Austin Oakes. He takes the first pitch wide for a ball. Austin 1 for 4 tonight with a home run. The hit were somewhere on 63rd Street. And the pitch is high, 2-0. Oakes hitting .327 on the season. Pitch is swung on, driven to right, Matsumata is under it, and that'll do it. But the Aviators get 2. Score now, Aviators 10, Bulls 6. And we go to the top of the 9th here in Haysville, Kansas. Todd Hook with Chris Worrell with Aviator Baseball. Aviators lead the Bethany Bulls 6-10. Bulls down to their last 3 outs. Stallings is going to work the 9th, try to finish it off. He'll face David Robbins, who fouls the first pitch off for strike 1. Robbins 0 for 4 tonight. And the 0-1 is low. Evens are up 1-1. Aviators got a couple of insurance runs. Last inning compliments of a blast from Giovanni Gardella. And the pitch is low, 2-1. And here's your 2-1. Low for ball 3. And a 3-1. And a drive to left field. Ball left the park, but it was just foul. Well, that evens up the count, 3-2. Robbins definitely turned on that one and made good contact. Drove it out about 10 feet left of the foul pole. Count now full. And it's low. And Robbins will draw a leadoff walk. Certainly not something you want to do with a 10-6 lead in the 9th. This brings up Justin Brazil. 2 for 4 on the evening. With a couple of strikeouts. He steps in from the left side. Stallings checks the runner. Broken bat fielded by Lambert. Over to first in time for out number 1. So 1 out here in the top of the 9th. Robbins advances to second. Ball was not hit sharply enough to turn 2. Lambert's only play was to first. This is Matt Matsuwano. And he fouls the first pitch off for strike 1. 1 for 4 on the evening. And the 0-1. Swung on, driven to left. And foul. Ball is up against the wall. Again, about 10 feet foul. So the Bulls have squared up Stallings a couple of times here in the 9th. Stallings ahead 0-2, and here's the pitch. Swung on, and it's going to squirt to the right side. Actually, the ball didn't get through. Geyer was able to pick it up. Turned to throw and threw it wide. And Robbins will score. And Matsuwano ends up on second on the throwing error. (10-7) now. Runner at second base, 1 out here in the top of the 9th. This brings up Gahay. And he takes the first pitch high for ball 1. 34 pitches for Stallings. Ratio of 23-11 strikes to balls. Here's a 1-0. High for ball 2. No action yet in the Aviator bullpen. Snodgrass wanting Stallings to finish it. And a 2-0. High for ball 3. And that's going to be ball 4. So the Bulls have runners at first and second with 1 out. So this will bring the tying run to the plate. 1 out in the top of the 9th. Stallings looking for a ground ball here to get out of it. Pitch is swung on, and it's going to be in the hole into left field. And the Bulls have them loaded. So that brings the winning run, or the go-ahead run, to the plate. Top of the order now, Anthony Ward. Ward 1 for 5 on the evening. Run scored in the 8th. 3 strikeouts, a ground out, and a single. here's a pitch. In there for a strike at the knees, 0-1. 1 out, top of the ninth. 10-7 Aviators. Bases loaded of Bulls. Ball is low and inside. Count even now, 1-1. And the 1-1 from Stallings. Outside, 2-1. Stallings struggling with command at the moment. Corners are up even. And a swing and a miss. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the ninth. Aviators cling to a 10-7 lead. Bethany Bulls have them loaded. And the pitch. Low. Count is now full. Stallings at risk of walking one in here. And Stallings steps off. Go through the routine again. And the 3-2. Swung on. Second baseman Lambert over to second. Geyer is only able to get the 1. Run scores. 2 outs in the inning. Ward grounds into a fielder's choice, so they have runners at the corners now. Score now 10-8. And the pitch. Pickens takes high for ball 1. Pickens 1 for 4 this evening. Couple of runs scored. And a 1-0. Swung on, driven to center. Garbella's under it and makes the catch, and that'll do it. And the Aviators get out of it and win game 3 of the series and take 3 from the Bethany Bulls. Last game of the season. Your totals: Bethany Bulls 8 runs, 8 hits, 4 errors. Haysville Aviators 10 runs, 11 hits, 4 errors. Next broadcast will be from Lawrence Dumont Stadium in about a week. Check your local listings, check the NBC website. Continue to support your Aviators in championship week. For Chris Worrell, I'm Todd Hook. Good night, everybody.